Welcome back to Court Vision with So Pretty Tony. Tonight we're breaking down the heavyweight makeup between North Carolina and Texas Longhorn. Texas came to play. Texas had no doubt. They came in undefeated against North Carolina. And on this one, they delivered. And the momentum swings between both teams back and forth. Big time playmaking, standouts, performance in both. Let's get into it. Let's see what happened. What was the hopes, the heartfelt feel for this game? The talent and the game tells it all. Going forward, lock in. We'll jump into it right after this. Well, guys, we know that there was a nice matchup between North Carolina. Not North Carolina, y'all. Yes. Our big powder blue and white against the Texas Longhorns. Now, score was 79-65. 79-65. Oh, 64. I'm sorry, 64. I don't want to give them no more points than what it actually says they scored. Not at all. Don't bite my head off, y'all. Don't bite my head off. Don't bite my head off. So I'm looking at the stats here, so I want to make sure that I have the right stat numbers for you all towards the end, so I can go over all of the box scores. This game was held to a modern sense of doggy dog. It was played in Austin at the Mooney Center. After the first quarter, in which North Carolina led 21-16, Texas took control. Outscoring North Carolina by, well, I would say roughly 22 points, because it was 47-25. The middle two quarters for the second and the third to build a strong lead. Texas maintained and extended the lead through the fourth quarter to secure the win. The 15-point win, as a matter of fact. Jordan Lee carried the team with 22 points, added 5 rebounds to her scoring ability, finishing. Hey, you got a board. I watched this game, and I just went back and I did a quick recap. And the reason I did a quick recap is because I wanted to go and critique the bigs a little bit more, because at one point it looked like Texas was dominating the boards. Then it looked like North Carolina was getting in there as well. So I wanted to really, really dive in there and see where we were with it. But Jordan Lee scoring, her scoring was great, phenomenal. 22 points to lead. 22 points. 22 points. I don't know if you all expected that to happen, but when you watch Texas say, I'm here, I'm coming, and ain't nothing nobody can do about it. Scoring too late in the game steals a fast break towards that layup helped seal the win, because there was no way that North Carolina would be able to come back from that. Not at all. Madison Booker, Madison Booker, by the way, had 18 points, converting 10 of 11 free throws and a key offensive presence. Well balanced. Then you have Kayla. You know what? I'm gonna get her last name together. It's like a RC, old RC, Kayla RC. She continued with the game of adding 16 points and 7 rebounds to match Booker and Lee. So 5 rebounds from Lee, 7 rebounds from Kayla. Right there, what do you got? That's half the battle, and you're scoring off of it. So having the scoring ability to finish at the rim when making those steals is a win-win all through. This game, like I said, went back and forth, and they fight. Longhorns came to play. They did not want to lose that winning streak that they had. They are now 9-0. And man, this is gonna be a killer matchup for the playoffs. I'm so excited. I just cannot wait for the playoffs to get here. I can't. Ooh-wee. And then we get into Justice Carlton added 11 points off the bench, giving the rotation a boost at a key time when the Longhorns really, really needed it. And then Harmon dished out 8 assists and tallied 3 steals, helping Texas control the tempo of the game and creating more offense. I've never had anything negative to say about Texas defense. I think Texas has always had a great defensive presence, and it's always been a battle offensively sometimes. Sometimes they are, sometimes they're not. But I think they found that niche, that key that kind of holds them together and binds them through and through. So the question is, what made the difference? Texas forced 20 turnovers from North Carolina, turning those mishaps to 24 points. 24 points off of turnovers. Woo! Just imagine if they had an opportunity to make all score off of every last one of those 20 turnovers. But to have 24 points off of 20 turnovers, that's phenomenal. You got to take care of the ball. Both teams have to take care of the ball. A dominant middle stretch for the second and third quarter allowed Texas to swing momentum. It was a battle, y'all. It was. If you didn't see it, I suggest you go back and you watch that game. You can see where the highs and lows were in that game, but nevertheless, you can also see how well each player played. That I'm highlighting to you right here on Court Vision. So, yep. Particularly for the middle, back to the middle stretch of the game of the second and third quarter, particularly with efficient offense and stealing on the defensive end, was major, and it was critical because North Carolina had their foot on the gas, but we know how Texas like to play. Texas is a hard-nosed, hard-fought team, and they came to battle, and they're trying to get on that momentum from last year and finish out this year with the seniors that they have. So from the bench, the role players, of course, stepped up, which I told you, which was that Odarky. Odarky, I'm gonna just call it Odarky. Odarky and Carlton, they combined for a solid scoring and rebounding to help Texas sustain the pressure between the starters. So coming off that bench and being able to hold the ground and sustain is a win-win. And you want to be able to have your bench players ready to come in at a moment's notice and be able to pick up right where your starters left off, regardless to what is going on, whether they go in for a half, a quarter, or 2 minutes, maybe even a minute, right? But whatever a bench player comes off the bench to do, they have to be efficient. One is to give the starters a breather, right? Second, to kind of, or get them to settle down. Or three, you're trying to get them to do something and they're not understanding. So now, again, you have to give redirection. So that's what those moments are for. And having players being able to come off the bench and be a force and scoring like that is great. Just take a look at LSU with O'Reilly, Hines, and Knox. They come off the bench and they ball out. They ball out of control. So the significance with this win for Texas, remaining undefeated at 9-0 overall, great positioning. We talk about the positioning that they have moving forward, and we hope that they will extend that going into conference play. And I see here, chat. Welcome. Thank you for coming in. Appreciate you. But for North Carolina to lose drop them to 8-2. That's exactly what happened. So they're having a great season too, but being 8-2 right now, they're definitely safe now. They just have to win out. And they could afford to maybe lose another game or two, but we're not counting their games. We're waiting for them to get in conference play and see what happened in conference play. And if they do well in conference play, of course, you know where we're going to see them towards the end of this season in the playoffs during the Sweet 16. So kudos to North Carolina for putting on a great show and trying to take Texas down. But Texas held it. Texas did exactly what they were supposed to do. The game was part of an annual ACC, SEC. You know, y'all got them acronyms. Challenge. So challenge in between the ACC and the SEC. There we go. Challenging between the two of them, you kind of get to see how the teams match up and where they are. The high-profile early season intro conference showcase is a huge thing. Making this win a strong statement for Texas and rolling through. That's my take on that, guys. But I'm gonna come here and I want to give you all just a quick little view, the highlight reel of Texas. Let's get to it. I believe it's this one. Let's see. Yep, it's this one. I'm gonna share, and share alike. Share, and share alike. Let me see if I can get this adjusted just a tiny bit more. Here we go. Because I don't want it to be distorted. That's why. I want to make sure it fits the screen just perfectly without any issues. Then we got to get rid of these ads, you guys. I am not trying to get in trouble for no ads. So let's see. Oh, I'm gonna have to minimize this anyway because can't see it. All right, there we go. There we go. Much better. Much better. Now I can go ahead and set you guys up. Let's see. Me and these little dillies. All right. Let's get it up here. Let's get it up there. And we're not going to use that one because it's just weird all around. Uh-oh. Where'd it go? There it goes. There it goes. Nope. Let's bring that down. We don't want to be, we're not advertising. We don't have no advertisements on this screen at all. I'm going to pull that down and get past that commercial. Here we go. Let's bring this up.
The second meeting all time between these two in the second quarter tie game. Texas miss. Jordan Lee cleans it up. Scores. Put back Jay.
Jordan Lee doesn't get talked about enough. Here, we don't talk about it enough. We need to make sure we do that the rest of the year, Alyssa.
Kyla Oldacre feeding Taya Sidbury for the lay-in. Got to see that again. A nice rebound, great pass, and the bucket. You think this will be on in the film session?
It'll be in the film session. That's a tremendous job, seeing the floor, taking her time, making the right decision.
Texas up 4. Oldacre gets the top 2. Now up 6.
Man, that's nice. That's nice, y'all. That's nice.
Third now. Texas up 6. Here's
that's nice. Here it come.
Woo!
See, guards constantly moving with the ball. I just love watching guards continuously moving. You sit still, then you're dead duck.
Addison Booker moves around defense to sink that one.
Nice.
Under a minute left in the third quarter. Texas really starting to pull away now. Rory Harmon going to call her own number. Turnaround jumper is good. Longhorns win big. 79-64 over number 11, North Carolina.
Yep. And there you have it. And there you have it. So quick recap of the game. And with that, guys, you tell me what you think. Drop it in the comments and tell me what you think about this video. How you think it panned out? What did you think about North Carolina and the Texas game? Do you feel like Texas is going to have a stellar, so I wanted to make sure I had the right word, stellar conference play? What do you think? You tell me. Put it in the comments. Let me know what you think. Another question I have is, let me move this. Move this and that, this and that, this and that, this. There we go. There we go. Have to get my little corner notes, guys. So I had a couple questions that I want you to I want you to drop it in the comments. Answer, give me your response in the comments. Did Texas prove? Did they prove that they're legit? Are they a legit team? You tell me. You tell me if Texas proved that they're an elite team, a Final Four threat. What was the biggest game changer in this game? I'm going to tell you what it was. But you can agree or agree to disagree. But the game changer, the big game changer was the turnovers, being able to get those turnovers, those 20 turnovers that they got on North Carolina. The bench scoring helping, because although North Carolina had that roughness of not being able to hold on to the ball at times, at moments, being caused to turn the ball over 20 times, they still try to put a fight in there, and they battle through. They're a high scoring team. They're able to maneuver. They can get to the bucket at will, and their defense is stellar. So again, with having that and watching Texas play the top teams that they played so far, think that they are a Final Four threat. You tell me that. And what does this loss mean to North Carolina? Me personally, having the schedule that they're going to have coming forward, I think they'll be all right. They just have to battle through. So, already going down 2 games, they're 8-2. So we'll see what happens when they get into conference play. And so with that, guys, I'm going to leave you with this. I gave it a breakdown of the game from my analysis on who I thought were the standout, their scoring ability in this game, what they did defensively, and much more. They had a lot of tangibles that they can kind of touch up on. But however, do you think that they are a contending team? I'm going to keep saying that. Do you think that they're a Final Four contending team this year? And so I'm going to wrap this up with the full breakdown of North Carolina and Texas Longhorn. Staying undefeated is something that I hope that they continue to do, because I'm rooting for Texas. I'm rooting for all the teams, really, guys. I don't really have like a one team. I'm gonna root for all the teams. I root for all the teams, but however, I have those that I cheer for more than others, if you want to say that. But again, thank you all for coming. Like, comment, and subscribe. Put in the comments what you think about North Carolina and Texas game. Do the Tar Heels, did they show flashes of being in danger, or are they safe when they get into conference play? And with that, this is So Pretty Tony at Court Vision, where the passion meets the game. And I'll catch y'all up on the next rebound.